Hello everybody and welcome to yet a brand new Let's Play, which is going to be Cultic. And I couldn't exactly decide on exactly which shooter game I wanted to do, but we're just going to go ahead and stick with Cultic because I feel like that's a pretty good middle ground of, retro boomer shooter vibe that I kind of want to hit, while also being more of like the modern gaming landscape of shooters that I do kind of like, Neo Doom. It's not Neo Doom. I'm just saying, like, if I'm gonna do these first-person shooter Let's Plays, because I took a poll and people were wanting to see more first-person shooter, retro-esque, boomer shooter-esque type shooters, and this obviously, really fits the bill. And another one that I would like to do. There's a few, actually. I might do these for a little while. So for those that like my shooter content, you'll probably be eating pretty well. Hopefully eating pretty well if things go right. And that's going to be, of course, Cultic first. And we're going to probably at some point do Doom Dark Ages. I have it downloading again right now. I have it on PS5. I don't have it on PC because I'm a loser. But I do have it on there because I don't know, I still like my trophies, I guess. And I'm downloading that right now. That's potentially probably most likely the one I'm probably going to do alongside Cultic, but other ones I have in mind. Well, this is all just kind of speculation a little bit. So things could change. Who knows? It's me we're talking about. Now, Shadow Warrior, the reboot series, I'll probably end up only really wanting to do probably just like the first game. And Postal Brain Damaged, I would like to do that. That'd be a fun one. And real quick, I just want to mention real fast, I've not done this game in a long time. And I'm trying to remember it. Yeah, Q is to kick, and Shift is to walk. I have auto run turned on. X is to slide kick. And of course, C is to crouch. Control, I don't remember Control did. I don't think it does anything in this one. But either way, it's been a while since I played this game, so I'm going to be probably a little bit rusty like I was last time. And you'll have to forgive me for that, because, well, oops. Yeah, Z is to throw it. Z is to throw dynamite. But this was still one of the best games, no doubt, when it came out. And I still relatively enjoy this game quite a lot. By the way, right-click, you can throw hatchet, but you only have just basically... You have ammo for it. You can also hold down the hatchet to do more damage. And, these first enemies are just a pretty much just good, like, training dummy to kind of just try that out on. Something else I should mention real fast, too, is with these videos that I do, these shooter videos, especially, like, in the regards of, like, boomer shooter-esque, I will probably not be getting all the secrets. I don't think I've ever found all the secrets myself that I remember dead offhand, but I won't be going for all the secrets, I know, but I will go for whatever I can think of and whatever I do know. I don't think this will also either be 100% in the regard of getting all the weapon upgrades either. Mainly because of the simple fact that I think I don't remember. It's been a while, like I said. I think that in this game, it's a little harder to get all the weapon upgrades. I think it's like that, where you can't get them in one run. Maybe. I could be wrong. It's been a while. If you want to see me do Cultic, but play it relatively, I would argue pretty well enough, like, pretty decent. I do have a second channel. It's called Hardcore In Guides, and you can find that, I believe, in the description below. And if you check there, hold on, I could have sworn, yeah, there it is. If you do check there, god damn it, there was a way, like, you can, okay, well, this would work. Now that just throws it. You actually have to light it. Yeah, here we go. Okay, I figured. That should probably work. If you go check that channel out, I have done Cultic. There's weapon parts. I've done Cultic Extreme Difficulty, and I've beaten Chapter 1. And that's another thing I want to mention, too, is I've never played the interlude yet. Yeah, I'm serious. When this game came out, I loved it. I played it, to hell and back. I loved it. And I still haven't exactly played, unfortunately have not played, the interlude. So, by the way, these guys have gunfire, or they have guns. Yeah, they have gunfire. They do have guns, so watch out for that. And, hold on, let me see here. It's been a bit, like I said. Oh, yeah, I have to use the door for this. Damn it. Here's another little secret. I have found all the secrets in episode or in level 1 though, so. But yeah, I've not played the interlude. I mean, there's always a chance that I could just say, you know what, I'll play it. I'll play it blind. I'll try it out, and what have you. I am looking forward to Chapter 2, but for the Let's Play sake, I'm just gonna make Chapter 1 its own thing. So, like, if I ever do end up coming back to do Chapter 2 in the future, that will probably just be its own singular Let's Play. This will not be like a continued, you know, a continued thing. It's just going to be, for what it's worth, its own one little ordeal, more so than anything. Now, we can... This is not really much of a secret. It's just more so something you can do. There is a secret over here that you can get. However, I could always just wait to come back and do that when we basically come around to that area. So I'm going to wait to probably do that stuff in just a minute. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and continue on with what I have. Yeah, it's been a little bit since I've played the PC shooters, so I gotta get used to those again. Yeah, Cultic, I forget exactly when it came out, like 2019, 2018. No, I think it was like 2021, actually. I think it's like much later. Headshots are effective. That is a thing in this game. And this game does not have... It's sort of like Duke Nukem in the regard that there might be like maybe a small hint of auto-aim, but for the most part, actually I don't think there is any auto-aim at all that I know of, to be fair. I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong, I don't know. By the way, sometimes headshots just... I love how crunchy they are, but sometimes headshots do slow down time, so keep that in mind. Real quick, I'm just going to go ahead and open this up so I can just get this guy killed here. And then we could just dynamite those guys if need be, but... Yeah, why not? Okay, never mind. I basically just killed them all off without too much trouble. Yeah, like Duke Nukem has a thing where you pretty much, at least for me, I feel like you kind of have to aim in with your crosshair specifically to make it, you know, work, but... yeah, I'm trying to think which one I usually like to go for. Let's do damage. Oh. Wait, no, I need 4. Okay, never mind. I was like, why is it not working? Well, that's because I need 4 parts, and I'm missing 1, of course. I need to pay attention to my health. By the way, there is a healing mechanic. If you have a thing where you can heal, like an extra med pack, you can heal. Yeah, again, really sorry for just playing this game like absolute dog shit right now. And so sorry to Jason Smith, the creator of this game, for ruining your game not only once, but twice now with my shitty, absolutely terrible gameplay. What is this, Half-Life? There you go. Yeah, here we go. Field kit. You just hold down H, and then you can kind of heal up with that. Think somewhat kind of like Fear, I guess. Where with Fear, you just hit Z to do it. But in this game, oh, it's H. And if you jump in here, you can grab some stuff. There's some ammo in there. There should be nothing on the truck besides... Oh, I mean, well, that guy had ammo because he was standing on it. Now, inside the truck, though, there is going to be some body armor. And that's going to be very helpful. I'll go get that other secret in just a second. Because this is on the other side that I was talking about earlier that we were at. And there is a secret that we can hit. I'm trying to think. What number is... What number is TNT? TNT is like 7. Okay. So I'm going to hold it down, let it kind of fuse up a little bit, and then just toss it, and it should blow up a little crack in the... Okay, little crack in the wall for us. I got hit by barbed wire. I didn't see that. Just to kind of go over it a little bit, I guess. If you guys are not familiar with how boomer shooters or retro shooters work or whatever, pretty much you have an arsenal of weapons. This game, thankfully, has an upgrade system. It's awesome. You have armor, which is basically your health. Well, it's your secondary health, practically. So pretty much, it minimizes the amount of damage you take on your health. And I think some games do it to where, like, if you have higher armor, then you take 0 damage on your health. But there are some games where it's like, you still take damage on your health, but, like, regardless of how much armor you have. So, I think this is one of those ones where, like, I think it's one of those ones where it drops down. Like, I have 100... Oh, well, I have, like, full armor right now, I believe. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's one of those where it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, no matter what, you'll take a pinch of damage, like maybe one HP, even at like 100 or whatever. Again, I could be wrong. Sorry. Again, I know. I mean, just look how terrible I'm doing right now. I should be going in here and just, you know, clobbering dudes, but I'm just having a horrid time right now. I'm surprised I can even still see these bastards from that distance. I remember... Hang on. God, I hate the gun ones. The gun bastards. That's the ones that piss me off the most. By the way, TNT is very useful. It's very resourceful, too, consider the fact that not only does it clean up enemies, it also is found quite often. There's a lot of places where you can find just a lot of TNT. And TNT, I mean, this game's sorry, this game's it wears its inspirations on its sleeve, and that's not a problem. Because for me though, I like my games that, you know, when they're inspired by something, it's pretty... It doesn't have to be obvious, but it's like they don't have to ruin anything while they're doing it. They're making it... They're still making a good game, regardless of the fact that, you know, a lot of their inspirations are very obvious. And I like that. This is RE4. This is Blood coded. You know, this is just regular 3D Realms coded game. I mean, it is now published by 3D Realms, which is pretty sick. So... I just want to say, you know, congratulations to Jason for making... I feel like I'm saying his name wrong. I don't know why I keep thinking like I keep getting his name wrong somehow. I just want to say congratulations to him for making such a fantastic game, and keep up the good work with Chapter 2, and I'm looking forward to it. I did buy Bone Rooms. That was another game that he made recently. Well, there was no way in hell I was going to get anybody to play that game with me anyway, so I don't really have, you know, the ability to play multiplayer with them. I don't know. Like, I'm going to be honest, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not a big Lethal Company fan or Backrooms type guy. So, in all fairness, yeah, not my kind of thing. Alright, so the lever action, I didn't get to show this off yet. I also have the shotgun too, but I like using the pistol in the very beginning because it makes things a little bit more nifty, I guess I could say. There should be no other way over here besides just... No, there's another way up there. Huh. Sorry, I'm being dumb. I forgot that you can go the other way. I should full screen this because I can't see shit. Well, at the very least, whenever I get done with the recording, I'll change up the resolution because I can't see fucking shit. And hopefully the graphic quality on the game is good, because I had to change a few things in OBS to even record these things because I hate them taking up so much damn space. But either way, one sec. Oh, budge. Yeah, you have to actually hold it down. So the lever action is pretty much your sniper for right now. And yes, you actually have a reload button. And it's really good for headshots. I mean, that kind of just goes without saying. Like, duh. Of course it's good with headshots. But you can't zoom it in. It does have a thing where it's like this side shot thing, which I don't... I'll be honest with you, I still don't really fully grasp... I firmly grasp it! I don't think I firmly grasp what the right click exactly is supposed to do. That I remember dead offhand. That's not gonna hit anybody because like nobody's around. Wait, that's right. The right click is a automatic shot. That's what it was. Sorry, I shot one shot and I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird that it does just that. No, there's more than that. All right, we got 3 shots left. Just try not to waste them too much, I guess. God damn. Talk about wasting shit. Do that. Get over here. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, sometimes enemies do drop stuff. And I will also try to show off the cool little kick thing you can do. There's a little speedrun trick you can do, too. When we get the time to be able to show it off, because right now things are a little bit dangerous, so I can't really do that. I did not mean to switch to that, by the way. That was an accident. See anything in here at all? Nope. Get the hell out of my way. Alright. You can also pick up lanterns and throw them. It does effectively what you think it does, which is pretty much just blows up, you know? catches people on fire. It's very reminiscent of Blood and how people run around when they're burning. It's really cool. I know I'm going to be mentioning a lot about Blood in this video, so apologies for that. By the way, the handgun does not have a right click just yet. That is an upgrade. That's the burst upgrade that you get. God damn. The lever action is really good at just being accurate too, I should mention. So if you want to get those long shots without having to waste your pistol for it or whatever, then this is definitely the gun for you. Is the lever action, no doubt. It's really good. It's really powerful. Definitely one of my favorites, no doubt. Same with the double barrel shotgun, which we do have. I would like to show that off, but let's do some other things first before we do that. So, the speedrun trick. Basically jump and then hit Q, and then you can just pretty much just fly through the map like that. When you get used to the game, when you know where people are at, and you know how to fight enemies really well, and you're just really, pro strat and everything, it's gonna be your thing that you're probably gonna end up doing for a while. Now, I think if I remember correctly, going down here, there's, like, not much we can do here. This is something yeah. You come here later, but there's nothing back here either. Also, I may do Dusk at some point, but we'll see. And I do want to mention real fast, I was wanting to do a video about this, but I didn't. So hopefully you guys can forgive me for that, for not doing a video of it. But, I like my boomer shooters. I like my shooters. I definitely do. However, I'm not the biggest when it comes to being good at boomer shooters either. So I think that just goes without saying. It pretty much seems obvious at this point that I'm not that great. I can handle my own. I know my games. I know the ones I like to play. And when I say boomer shooter or retro, a lot of the time I'm kind of referring to just pretty much usually like games like this, like Duke Nukem, definitely, but at the same time, also, funny enough, Bioshock, Fear, that kind of thing. Like, just more, I guess, old school shooter should be more so the accurate description that I probably should have used when I was talking about, like, which shooter should I do. God damn it, die! Right-click to shoots off both barrels, there you go. And there are secrets down there, don't worry. There's plenty of secrets everywhere. There should be a full health secret. That's just a hatchet, so that's nothing. And yeah, you will die. You will lose health if you don't have stuff to, well, Yeah. Okay, it's just ballistic armor then. Alright, I'll take that. Armor is very important. You want to try to keep your armor on as much as you possibly can. Keep those barrels there, too. Those barrels I jumped on, those are basically necessary in order to get these secrets up here. As annoying as that sounds, that's pretty much just the unfortunate case. You're gonna have to do that. It sucks. I meant to get the drop on them. I didn't realize there was a second guy, I guess. I wasn't paying attention. We'll go back in a sec. Don't worry. Alright, let me just readjust here. Okay. Oh yeah, I could just use the rest of my health kit to get more health. And those skulls that we picked up, I believe those are your max upgrade. Skulls. Oh god, no. There's a little chip in my throat again. Ugh. I hate that. I apologize for making any annoying, disgusting noises. It just happens. It sucks. Real quick, you can get the shot off on these guys from this crack. It is possible. I probably shouldn't waste. Better yet, you know what? Yeah, if you double right click, you can do this. Oh my god, come on. If you double right click, there you go. My god. If you double right click that, you'll light it and then you can throw it at max distance. There's a guy right here, so make sure you take your shot and get a good shot on him. There's a guy down here. I used to be really good at this game. Like, I mean, I would argue I was a pretty damn good shot for a while. But nowadays, I don't know, maybe. Says the guy that got like 3 headshots in a row or whatever. I was like, yeah. Maybe I'm a little too humble sometimes, I guess. That guy got away twice. Well, he won't get away another. Yeah, he got away. Son of a bitch. How can I not hit that shot? I mean, I don't think it's because he's too far away. That's not usually the case, but I don't know. By the way, this game does promote aggression. So if you're the type of guy that likes your shooters to be aggressive and high octane, this one could be up your alley. It could be your cup of tea. I mean, you could okay. It promotes aggression and it rewards it, but at the same time, it doesn't require aggression. You don't have to be crazy aggressive all the time. You can take you can stand back and take cover and line up your shots or whatever. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that when you are aggressive, you can get away with a lot of really good kills. You can make this game a lot of fun in your own, unique way, I guess. I'm just saying that it does not, it doesn't, okay, I should say that it doesn't, make it to where it doesn't punish you for being aggressive, I guess, to a full extent. I mean, yeah, there are enemies that are going to be around, and if you know where they're at, then you'll be fine. But that just kind of goes without saying, I know. But at the same time, I would argue that it still just lets you have your fun, and they're not going to completely just destroy you all the time. Yeah, I'm having a hard time explaining this. Boop. I like to do that just to kind of, yeah. But see, this is one of those situations where I could speedrun this. I could just speed through this area right now, and then most likely just be fine because I can just dodge, a lot of these attacks, get through, get up there, kill any of the gun enemies or whatever, or, however I feel, go on the shotgun or something. I can't be this bad up close, like, come on. Shotgunners are the worst, by the way. These guys suck massive dookie. Oh, that's not good. That's why we don't use weapon wheels. That's why you use numbers to pick your thing. I am doing terrible. This is not good. People are going to be unimpressed with my ability to play the game. But yeah, like I said, I genuinely don't feel like this game is going to wreck you if you play fast. Like, I think you can definitely get a benefit of playing fast if you just know where, of course, everybody's at and all that stuff. But that usually just kind of goes without saying, I know. But at the same time, I feel like it definitely does work. But you can also do what I'm doing here, which is just staying back, taking cover, and keeping yourself from getting shot. But you can also avoid their gunfire. Like, it's pretty easy, for the most part, to kind of tell, like, okay, they're shooting, I can hear them, I can see them, and what have you. Also, I should mention I'm not using headphones right now, so I can't hear anything. So I can't hear if there's like any enemies in the area or whatever. I'm just kind of just going by my own little merit. There's a weapon parts again. I forgot that weapon parts were found around the game. That you don't spend currency, you just actually have to find these things and then you get them that way. Did I get any ammo for this? Sure did. So, I mean, maybe there's a possibility that you can upgrade everything. I don't remember. Dead offhand, I don't remember. It shows how long it's been since I played this. I think the last time I played this was probably from a Hardcore and Guides video. That guy's probably going to blast off in a second. The shotgunner. Typically, I would prioritize, if you're going to be going through these guys, definitely prioritizing getting rid of the shotgun guys. They are the most dangerous. Now, I think that hitting 7 again... Yeah, 7... hitting 7 will swap between... whether it be Molotov or TNT, so keep that in mind. By the way, shotgunners only ever just fire up the double barrel. They use double barrel. They don't use just any other shotgun, so you can, of course, use that to your advantage to basically just know, like, oh yeah, they fired out their 2 shots. They're basically done. I don't remember there being anything back here except for, oh, I guess there's that. This one's always weird. This tent looks different than others, and I still don't know if that's supposed to be a Minecraft Easter egg, if that's supposed to be some type of Easter egg I just don't understand, if there's anything to do with it. I've tried burning it, I've tried hitting with a hatchet, nothing. I don't know what the point of that is. It doesn't give you any sort of, as far as I know, it doesn't give you any sort of, like, secret or anything like that, which I think I have 9 out of the 11, so a couple more secrets and we pretty much got them all. This is just level 1. And here's where the cool part of the game kicks in. Soon, actually. I forgot that we have a little bit further to go in. There's a really dope-ass song called The World Asunder. It's an amazing track for this game. This game's got good music. I've listened to it quite a lot, and I'll be honest, you know, I've gotten a little tired of hearing some of them, but at the same time, I would still argue that, for what it's worth, they're still pretty damn good. And God, this is still just level 1, though, which is insane. And I think there's like maybe 15 levels in total, I think. By the way, you cannot use other guns while you have the lighter out, but that's fine. I'm going to keep my shotgun. I'm going to keep it around for the sake of... because I'm just going to be, you know, taking my thing out anyway, so I'm not going to worry about that. Can't go that way yet. And yeah, something else that Cultic does too is... I guess I have to switch. Here we go. Something else that Cultic does do really well is... Ow! They like to do their horror stuff. Like, it is, for what it's worth, technically speaking, a horror game, I guess you could say. It doesn't really rely on it very much, but at the same time, it can do horror, so there's that. 40 barrels today, 50 tomorrow, do good job, more friends. Now we got the key, and now that's going to spawn some enemies for us to fight. I'd say for right now, just go ahead and keep out your thing. Actually, honestly, I should just do this. They also tend to blow up. These are like pins and needles type guy. I think they're like nails on them or something. Whatever it was. I don't recommend using what I'm using here. Yeah, he also was it Jason Todd? No, Jason Todd. That's the name of the Batman character. All right, so this is going to be our main boss here. Ow! He throws dynamite stuff. Just avoid those. You know, hide behind cover. That kind of thing. He also likes to throw bear traps. Where'd he go? There he is. It's hard to fight him, you know, when you don't have the ability to use, well, anything. Shit. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yeah, that's it. I'm dead. Fucking A, man. That was my fault, you know. I could have survived that if I hadn't been an idiot. So it's whatever. I'm being way too reserved with my ammo as well. Like, just way too much. Oops. Not what I meant to do. Yeah, sometimes I don't like hovering my fingers over to the 7 button, so I just like to just mouse wheel right over to you know, the TNT instead. Get rid of all the bear traps. At least most of them. And then you can, for the most part, just go ahead and TNT pretty much this entire section, if you so chose. Which I probably honestly should at this point. Mainly because, like, these guys are going to get really annoying. I usually just double barrel the big guy. But I don't know. I mean, double barrel these guys too. Like, they die in like one shot. I probably should just TNT his ass. Oh! Even though I can't really see very well, I can at least get a good idea where... Fuck off. There, he's dead. Finally. Goddamn. It took forever. Alright, so now we gotta get out of here. And it's pretty easy to do, considering the fact that he's, you know, opened up our way. I like to save my lever action, not gonna lie. I don't think wasting lever is a good idea. Go for headshots on these guys. I should have mentioned that, but yeah, go for headshots on them because it will do a lot of damage. This is where we need to go, and there you go. And there should be... Hold on, let me get rid of this ass wipe. Oh yeah, by the way, the red outfitted assholes, they do have grenades. Or TNT, I should say. They do use TNT. You pissant. Shooting me? Fuck you. This game also does a thing where it has a threshold of health. Again, much akin to, like, Fear. Where you have, like, when you go underneath 25, you'll get 25 back. So, it's kind of nifty that way. I could have sworn there was, like, a secret thing here somewhere. Maybe I should have bought the burst mod. Hey. Open, damn it. Yeah, here we go. We gotta take this basically back out, and you're gonna hop back into the cave that we were in earlier. Of course, we gotta deal with these dickheads. So, yeah, I need to remember, like, yeah, why am I so bad? It's baffling. Like, this is just the worst I've ever played. Like, I can't believe I'm doing this terrible. And I'm playing on just hard, just like regular hard. I'm not even playing on very hard. And I've beaten this game on extreme, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? It's funny, because earlier I mentioned, like, yeah, this game can promote, for the most part, you know, you can get away with being like a speed demon and just going through and wasting everything. But, honestly, I do like having the other side of the coin where I benefit from just taking cover. So I need to play this game more cover based, I guess, than I had hoped I was going to. That's just my fault for just being extremely rusty and not playing the game much anymore. So, yeah. But then again, I guess you could say it's good practice, because maybe eventually we'll get Chapter 2 soon. We should be. I don't know exactly when it's coming out, but we are getting it at some point. That's all I know. Alright. Now, I'm still missing, looks like, you know, still 2 secrets. There should be one, I think, over here, because we have that key thing. No, this is the exit. I'm such an idiot. I forgot that was the exit. Well, I got all the kills. I didn't get all the secrets. I think I might do this. Weirdly enough, I might do... because of the way that things work, it might just be better just to do these videos by level instead. I'll end off the video here. I'll go look up the levels and how long they were and just kind of get an idea of that. So, anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time for some more Cultic. And, of course, as always, take care, everybody.